Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you a game that I played in the Hidden StuG 3. This is a tier 5 German premium tank destroyer which has preferential matchmaking up to tier 6. This is the 4th tank to be released, which is based off of one of the tanks in the World of Tanks Rollout comics. I'm going to give you my first impression of using the tank and give you a little bit of information to help you decide whether you should get it or not. The game I'm playing is a standard battle on Arctic region, with tier 6 as the top tier and 2 artillery tanks on each team. For this game my tank is equipped with binoculars, a camouflage net, and a medium caliber rammer. My tank is supplied with a large repair kit, large first aid kit, and an automatic fire extinguisher. Having these more expensive supplies isn't worth it for this tank, but I want to make sure that my first few games were good ones. For my ammunition loadout, I have quite a large amount of APCR ammunition. This is necessary to do well with this tank because its penetration is quite lacking, especially against heavy tanks. If you can afford it, I would recommend an even split between AP and APCR shells. I am using a very experienced crew commander for this game with 13 different crew skills and perks. You may have noticed that the graphics in this video look a little strange. This is because World of Tanks console has temporarily changed their graphics for a comic event mode, so you'll look like you're playing in a comic rather than the regular World of Tanks game. I don't notice too much of a difference playing on the winter maps, but when I play on maps with a lot of trees and grass, then the comic effects definitely come into full force. This is also the reason for the white border which is appearing around the screen. You should also note that during this event, all of the Dark Horse comic tanks receive a random loot drop for every game that they play. This applies to all of the tanks, so the Snakebite, the Boilermaker, Crafts Panther, and now the Hidden StuG 3. There are basic things that you've seen in other loot drops, like over the Halloween event. So it includes perks like XP, Silver, and Crew XP multipliers. These are covert ops, so you just play the game, you don't have to activate them at all. My plan for this game is to hang back and provide sniper support for my teammates on the southern flank. The StuG 3 is not a flexible tank, and so there's really not much else you can do with it besides sniping. Now, for those of you who are interested in buying the Hidden StuG 3, I want to point out that it is almost exactly the same as the StuG 4. So if you already have that tank, it's not going to be worth purchasing the Hidden StuG 3. The differences between these tanks are that the Hidden StuG 3 has better camouflage, with the StuG 4's concealment value being 61 and the Hidden StuG 3's being 79. It has 10 meters more view range for a total of 320 meters. It also has a higher top speed of 2 kilometers per hour, which makes its top speed 40 kilometers per hour. It has 3 degrees per second higher track traverse, which brings it up to 47 degrees per second. And it has a 65% silver earning bonus, which is 15% higher than the StuG 4's. Everything else about the Hidden StuG 3 and the StuG 4 are the same. The Hidden StuG 3 has a significantly higher camouflage value than the StuG 4, which makes it a significantly better tank to use. These tanks are soft targets with low hit points. They rely on distance and camouflage to stay alive, and since the Hidden StuG 3 has better camouflage and view range, it is definitely the better choice. You can currently get the Hidden StuG 3 for 2,750 gold. This is the most basic package which you can get this tank in, and it is definitely worth it. There are 2 other packages which you can buy this tank through. They have some extra perks to them, but they get significantly more expensive. So far in this game I've been very lucky and had a target-rich environment to snipe in. This tank has some pretty reliable gun stats as long as you're willing to switch to APCR ammunition for those tough targets. The improved camouflage on this tank has definitely helped me get a few extra shots in. You've also been able to see that this tank is a little sluggish with reverse speed, so make sure when you're setting up for sniping that you don't position yourself too far forward from cover. My team has a decent lead, but I'm still being very cautious since I am the forward tank on this flank. I just need to hold out until they can come around and help get these guys from the side. Also, I'm running a little low on APCR ammunition because I was using it a little too frivolously early in the game. That shot I just bounced from the M7 is not a common occurrence. The armor on this tank is pretty weak, so you're not going to bounce a lot of shots with it. I have to say, I'm quite impressed with the visual design of this tank. It's got me excited about reading the 4th Rollout comic. If you haven't read any of the series yet, I definitely recommend that you give it a try. You can find my review for the comic on the Indoor Man blog. The link is in the description below. Now that victory is assured, it's time to just hunt down these last 2 tanks. I've sped up the game a little bit here until we can get back to the action. I'm able to get one last shot in on the Dicker Max before he moves out of sight, and that wraps it up for this game. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how well the Hidden StuG 3 performed. I earned 19,000 silver this game, even with using a large amount of APCR ammunition. I got 6,902 experience with the daily 2x multiplier, and a 2x multiplier from the Dark Horse drop. I destroyed 4 enemy vehicles, dealt 1,681 damage, and assisted with 428 damage. I also managed to earn a high caliber and mastery badge ace tanker for this game. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 1,353. I managed to hit 28 of my 39 shots and get 17 damage hits from those. Unfortunately, I didn't do too much module or crew damage this game. I damaged the fuel tank and gun on a KV-1 and the radio on an OI experimental. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the game and that'll help you decide whether the Hidden StuG 3 is a good purchase for you, and that it'll help you play it. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.